I'm Chris Sullivan, and I was one of the editors on World Books Documenting History. This 12-volume series on modern history uses a wide range of primary historical documents, including letters, diaries, broadcasts, newspaper reports, speeches, and official documents from governments. The books also feature period artwork and photos. The set uses these documents to tell a narrative story. The events and topics covered by the books were selected because of the profound changes they've caused in the world. Places covered include the United States, Canada, Africa, Asia, Australia, and Europe. One special feature in this set is summary boxes that help reinforce the main topics covered by each spread. These summaries also help less advanced readers to follow the story being told. Difficult vocabulary words are also defined in the text, which also helps to make the content easier to read and understand. Maps and timelines help readers to place these events. A bibliography for the primary documents used allows readers to find out more about the sources used to tell this story from history. Readers can gain a new and interesting perspective on historical events, as the heavy use of eyewitness accounts allows them to gain a perspective on the story of someone living and experiencing those events. In the World War II volume, diaries and letters from soldiers, from privates to generals, allow children to know what life was like for the military from the different nations. Stories from civilians, prisoners of war, and children who lived at the time give added depth to the volumes. This helps readers imagine historical events from the perspective of the people who lived them at the time. In the volume on the American Civil Rights Movement, Jim Crow laws passed in various states, a speech by W.E.B. Du Bois, letters written by African Americans from the time, excerpts from Supreme Court decisions, and the words of Martin Luther King are all used to help children imagine the lives of African Americans before the passage of the Civil Rights Act, and to explain the change brought about by these acts. Documenting history puts a human face on history to make it interesting for children. The 12 titles in the series were chosen with state and provincial standards in mind. Those titles are Aboriginal Rights Movement, African American Civil Rights Movement, American Civil War, Canadian Independence, Chinese Revolution, Federation of Australia, the Great Depression, Independence of India and Pakistan, South Africa's anti-apartheid movement, women's right to vote, World War II in Europe, and World War II in the Pacific.